And we are back. What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug. This is WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 featuring ECW on the Xbox 360. And right now, I'm heading toward a championship match with one Randy Orton. But also, I have a strained Achilles tendon, and I don't know what effect that will have on the matchup itself, but we'll see. Hey, sweetie, I've got this web interview thing and then a charity event. Come with me. And then we can go on a little date afterwards. It'll be fun, I promise. I want to see you. Love, Tori. Now, Tori, this whole thing started with you. This is kind of all your fault, to be honest, and I want no part of it. Anyway, it's time for Cyber a Sunday. My friend, you certainly showed you can light up the town. I just got word your match pulled in a 5-star rating. It don't get much better than that. This is a significant step up in your climb to legend status. When did that happen? I don't even know. Keep it up, coach.
Hey, champ! Oops. I guess I can't call you that quite yet. I'm so proud of you, and I know you're gonna win tonight. And I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be able to be there in person, but there's something else I gotta do.
Something, or someone, or I'm gonna get screwed here somehow. Double-crossed somehow. That's kind of how wrestling works now, doesn't it? Be that as it may, you leave it all in the ring. So let's head here and see who else is on the card. We got HBK, Triple H, Ric Flair versus Edge, Melina, Mickie James, Cena and The Rock team up versus Chris Masters and Umaga? What? And your main event, single match, no stipulations, Attack Slug Randy Orton for the WWE Championship.
It's Cyber Sunday, and Raw is live on pay-per-view. The champion is ready for battle, and I only hope the challenger can save.
I am ready. This didn't happen. I hate the things they show you things and RKO out of nowhere. Good God Almighty. Didn't happen. That neckbreaker didn't happen. So, okay.
He's faced tremendous odds, including a backstabbing ally and a kidnapped girlfriend. Does he have enough left in the tank to win here tonight?
The championship is a powerful motivator, JR, but everyone's got their limits. I don't like his chances.
Also, I'm injured, so I'm sure that has to play into it somehow, right?
He's the best that Raw has to offer, and the championship he holds is the proof.
And unlike the challenger, he's rested and ready for this match. I can't imagine any way he could possibly lose.
We'll see. We'll see. Anything is possible in this business. I welcome you to a fine Monday morning. It is Moveset Monday, as it always is, or usually is here on this show. So Randy Orton, you have some new moves to contend with on this fine Monday as we head into a WWE Championship match. And honestly, not that much going on in the past week that was kind of, big that I would have wanted to get into here on this show. But obviously, the most important thing for this channel is that New Japan Pro Wrestling now has a deal in place with Fire Pro Wrestling to put New Japan content into the Fire Pro game. We already knew it was getting a PS4 release. We just didn't know when. And they're saying sometime in the summer it will get a release on PS4 with that New Japan content, which will also be out on the Steam version at some point. In addition to their management mode thing that is going to be out, I guess, this month or next month or something like that. So, yeah, that's going to have a story mode to it. And, if it has a story mode, then I'm going to play it on this channel. So, here's hoping it's good. Definitely looking forward to that stuff. So, unfortunately, that means that the Bandai Namco rumors did not pan out. There is not a full 3D, big budget wrestling game from them coming out. Unfortunately, it is, alright, we're putting things into an already existing format that we know is doing well, which is fine. I like Fire Pro, but yeah, I would have preferred a thing from Bandai Namco, but also, most importantly, it's not a mobile game, thank God. That was my only real fear. Like, oh, it'll be a mobile game. No, it's not. So, that is pretty awesome, and for the first time, I guess for the second time, in Fire Pro history now, we have officially licensed wrestlers in a Fire Pro game, which is kind of, doesn't really happen, so that's cool. But speaking of New Japan, I did find the time, while I was on vacation for a week there, I found the time to watch all of Wrestle Kingdom, but speaking of New Japan, in my week vacation there, I did find the 5 hours to watch all of Wrestle Kingdom 12, and enjoyed most of it. I think it's funny when you get to that point, with that stuff, and you watch enough of it, you're like, starting to question the booking decisions, much like he would in WWE, like I constantly do. And like, that guy should have won, or that guy should have won, or, you know, that kind of thing. And man, the fact that they didn't put the belt on Naito this year is crazy, but that they'll probably end up doing it next year. It was very similar when you had those repeated headlining shows with Okada and Tanahashi. So it's a very kind of similar thing where he goes all the way to the top of the mountain. But honestly, considering, really, Randy Orton, really, Apex Predator, there we go, reversed it. Considering how long it took for Okada to be considered the ace against Tanahashi, I'm not surprised, but also, man, that story for Naito would have been perfect to have him win the belt off of Okada after he broke the records, you know, in terms of holding it for the longest, for a solid year, if you will. So that was cool. Also, obviously, Omega and Jericho was good stuff. And now he's gonna have a Naito feud, which, sure, alright. That kind of keeps him busy, and continues to kind of have things go further. There, my legs are orange. My legs are orange because of my existing injury. So, can I prevent Randy Orton from exploiting the leg weakness and not get hit? I mean, obviously the RKO is going to hit my head, so there's a half and half suplex. And my head's still doing alright, so that should be okay. We'll see. We'll see. But also, there we go. Boom! Woo! And Randy Orton gets to feel his first taste of the Slug Sploder. Baby! Anyway. Elsewhere. So they will have Enzo and Cedric for the Cruiserweight title tonight on Raw. Finally. Because obviously it didn't happen last week because Enzo legit had the flu. Like, legit tried to come to the show and they wouldn't let him. They said, no, go home. You're sick. So we had a weird thing last week where we had Goldust fighting in a Cruiserweight tag team match. That was, okay, sure. Like, you just didn't have anybody? I don't know. That was really weird. But that's what they, oh, elbow drop. That is what they did for that show. So, cool, I guess? I don't know. Mark my words, says JR. Mark my words. We'll see what you're gonna mark here, JR. Oh no! Oh, blatant low blow. Not cool. Apex Predator. Not cool. Reverse something, me. There you go. Punch the man. Nope. DDT. Anyway, so outside of that, John Cena being advertised for Fastlane, which is interesting because John Cena is booked for all of the Raw shows moving forward, right? So you figure, alright, he's a free agent, but he's doing his Raw thing for a bit. But Fastlane is, number one, it is the last pay-per-view before Mania. But number two, it's a SmackDown pay-per-view, right? So you have to wonder why John Cena is advertised as a special guest on a SmackDown pay-per-view. That is the question. And I guess we'll find out at Fastlane in a few months here. So, another half and half. Keep dropping the man on his head and eventually become victorious. Victorious! I don't know. We'll see. Also, why do I even bother trying to do... What was that? What was that, Randy Orton? No. That was nice and shady there. Oh, neck breaker. There's a neck breaker. Nice and shady there, Randy Orton. I don't appreciate that at all. Nope. We're going outside. Ain't having it, Randy Orton. Ain't having it. Anyway. Yeah, so we still don't know. I mean, does that give any indication of who John Cena is facing at WrestleMania? Considering, we would imagine he's fighting somebody on Raw, right? And he's not winning the Rumble, right? Because they said, alright, it's going to be more important than AJ Styles and more important than winning that 17-time world title, right? So, if he's appearing on SmackDown, you would imagine, alright, well, if he won the Rumble, that would make sense to appear on SmackDown. Because, you know, he'd be fighting the champion. Because he's not going to fight Brock, because we know Brock's fighting Roman. That's just kind of inevitable, and that's kind of more or less set in stone, right? So, if it's not Brock, and it's not AJ, which is appearing on SmackDown, look, what does that mean? Now, of course, we're going to continue the rumors of Taker not being done and Taker being in that match with Cena, but we have a new. Speaking of championships, we have a new with no interference. No interference. I'm shocked. That's right. By God, he did it. There's the proper confetti. Pyro.
And now he's the champion. This might have been the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
I don't care how you feel about it. Anyone who comes out on top after all that deserves the gold.
You can say that again. As far as I'm concerned, he's the greatest superstar in all of sports entertainment.
And he's a Raw exclusive. The best of the best.
That's what you get, SmackDown, for kicking me out. That's what you get. Don't think that I forgot, SmackDown. Don't think that I forgot. Big party coming.
Congratulations, champ! I'm so proud of you. I've already made the arrangements for a big victory party for you. You're going to love it. I also sent you some photos that I think you're really gonna love.
Do I actually want to click on this channel, on this show? Yeah, sure. Okay, that's a regular photo of her with some kiss marks on it. Alright, I mean, the game's rated T for teen, so can't expect too much. Invoice from Player Catering. We at Player Catering want to thank you for your business. We hope you enjoyed your event. For your convenience, we have deducted RP from your salary. We know that you have several options for catering, and hope you continue to choose Player Catering. What? How much money did that cost me? From my salary. Title changes, but respect remains. Even Randy Orton gives praise to the new title holder. He should be proud of himself, but he better not celebrate for too long. I'm going to be coming to get my title back soon. I mean, obviously he has his clause for a rematch, so sure. Survivor Series surprises on the horizon. Suffice to say, it will shake this company, my company, to its very foundation. So is he going to inject a lethal dose of poison? The NWO.
Survivor Series is right around the corner, and I need to start assembling Raw's Survivor Series team. There's one superstar in particular who I wanted to evaluate, so I made a match between the two of you this week.
Is it Chris Masters? Because there aren't a lot of guys on this roster, so who's it going to be? Shad versus Umaga, Triple H, Randy Orton, Mickey Molina, Attack Slug versus HBK, and John Cena versus Carlito. Sure, why not?
Welcome to SmackDown, where Survivor Series is less than 3 weeks away. This is good old JR Jim Ross alongside my Hall of Fame compadre, Jerry the King Lawler. We're at ringside, and the champion is in action tonight, folks.
Non-title.
And this might be a non-title match, but the champ better give it everything he's got.
You can say that again. His opponent is in consideration for Raw's Survivor Series team.
And there's no better way to evaluate a superstar than to put him in there against the champ.
Or we have the game freeze. Really? Come on.
And this man just might be the very best in the business. His preparation for Survivor Series begins here tonight.
And he'd better be ready, because SmackDown is going to be at Survivor Series 2. And everyone's counting on him to blow them out of the water.
What about ECW?
Welcome to Raw.
Now, I understand it is for the storyline in this, but if you're rebuilding your Raw team and you're not going to include one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time, Shawn Michaels, on that team, considering who else is on the Raw roster, what are you, insane? It's Shawn Michaels. Seriously. That's the first guy you pick. That is your captain of that team, Shawn Michaels. Come on now. Anyway, also, are we ever going to find out exactly why Tori was not at ringside for my big win of that title? What was she so busy with? That was the question. Is that just going to be a loose thread? Are they going to not resolve that? Who knows? It's wrestling. It could be anything. My legs are still injured here, so be very careful with my in-ring accoutrement and whatnot. Just gotta be a little bit careful on this nonsense. Anyway, that's kind of it. In terms of like not too much big happened over the course of the week. But I will say also, in terms of that New Japan show, that Fatal 4-Way was amazing. Amazing. But man, the fans wanted Takahashi, and they gave it to Ospreay. So, that's weird. But again, you know, complaining about booking is like, as a wrestling fan, it's like the one thing you do is like, well, this guy should have won. This guy should have won. And sometimes it makes sense, and a lot of times it does not make any sense at all. So, just kind of how it is. Also, boom! I forgot I had that. Cool. Anyway, yeah, so in terms of other videos on this channel this week, I'm going to kind of, you know, getting those back underway in terms of Resident Evil and kind of other stuff is all being worked on. It might take me a few days to kind of get things back to spin up to where, you know, they should be. But don't worry, it'll get there. It just takes me a little bit. Because obviously, YouTube are still complete pains in the rear end with that stuff and being ad-friendly and everything else. It's just a freaking nightmare to deal with in terms of getting videos approved and whatnot. Because they will flag everything I do for no reason at all. So, there's that. 1. 2. Nope. Cannot quite get HBK. But if I can hit one more Slug Sploder, then maybe I can get him. Woo! Maybe I can make it happen. HBK meet Slug Sploder. And will that be enough from your WWE champion? But it's Shawn Michaels, so perhaps not enough. Oh no, it was enough. That was it. 2 finishers. You done. Sorry, Shawn.
Who the hell let these rip-raps?
Oh, good. The return of ECW and Bobby Lashley. Fantastic.
No. We're just here to offer a little challenge.
Tommy.
Since ECW is the most dominant brand of sports ever.
It's Mr. McMahon and the WWE champ.
Let me remind you
the
that
world
you are
champion.
standing in my ring. That makes this round 0, mister. But you know, your boldness has sparked in me a wonderful idea for Survivor
Triple
Series.
threat?
Now the main event will be a triple threat match between the WWE World Heavyweight and ECW champions.
The belt Batista has is the World Heavyweight belt, Vince. Like, what are you doing? I'm the WWE champion. I had that dumb spinner belt. Is kind of how it works. And the game froze again. That's twice in one day. What a auspicious return for this show on this channel. Thanks for watching. I'm Attack Slug. More videos every day. I'll see you next time right here on this channel. And I'm out.